What's up, everyone? For all those who know me and all those who don't, I've been dealing with anxiety and depression for years, to the point where, days have gone by where I just couldn't even get out of bed. I just wanted to lay in bed all day, waste the day away, and, just basically fighting myself, trying to get rid of the feelings I was having with the anxiety, with the depression. And, it sucks because it becomes an internal battle to the full extent where if you try to talk to someone who doesn't deal with it or who has never dealt with it, it's like they really don't understand. And a lot of times, at least what I always got was, stop it, you're doing this for attention, blah, 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 stuff like that. And, meanwhile, I'm 25 years old, I'm not going to be doing something like that for attention. And it would just get at me because it's the feeling like, you're not good enough. Or anything you're going to do is not going to really matter in the end. And that just eats away at me. There was nights, right, where I would just lay in bed trying to sleep, and my mind would just race for hours and hours, and then I would have wanted to go to bed at, say, like 10 o'clock, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's 2 a.m., and I'm still just sitting in bed, basically killing myself. And for the longest time, I really didn't know what to do. And then little by little, I found ways to use my creativity to kind of express myself, whether it be doing my music, whether it be doing my poetry, whether it be making these videos, guys. And I'm telling you that making these videos recently has been very therapeutic to me. I mean, there's days where I put up like 3-4 videos, and I'm not doing it just for the attention, man. I'm doing it just, honestly, as a little bit of a therapy to me, just to, get my voice out there, get whatever's on my mind out there a little bit, and just kind of to keep me busy, to keep my mind off of everything else. When you deal with anxiety, man, literally everything I do, it's like any little risk is too big of a risk to take because I don't want either to fail or I don't want to be viewed as I'm not good enough. And it takes a lot to kind of like build up that momentum to want to go out there and do something. There'd be times I'd be getting anxiety of just going out and hanging out with friends, and all we would be doing would be like building a fire or something, and I'd be like really anxious and I couldn't give an answer to the last minute. But meanwhile, all I would be doing would be laying in bed. And, for years I never wanted to go seek help. I never really wanted to admit I had this type of issue. Only because I thought it made myself look weak. And I know that's the consensus about it, right? But then it hit a point where I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. If I'm going to accomplish anything, I need to go find it. I need to go find myself again. Because, I've been dealing with it for years, like I said. But I think it was just acquired over time, at least in my behalf. I mean, my life, anyone who knows, I'm not going to really throw it out there, it's never been easy. Just when things look like they're moving up, they all go crashing down. And it's been like that for years for me, guys. And, I'm doing this now to, kind of be relatable to all of you who deal with it. I want you guys to know that, there's always some kind of way to make yourself feel better. And just when you think you're down and out, it's not over. It's only over until when you really give up. And even then, you should never really give up in yourself. Because you know what? Start thinking, so what if people don't think I'm good enough? What if I'm not the top dog? At the same time, who are they? If I'm going to be the top dog, I'm going to break down these walls. I'm going to show people why I deserve to be at the top. Right? When I first started doing my music, to just, get the stress off my shoulder, I was made fun of, I was ridiculed, I was told I sucked. I was a white rapper, right? And then over time, I became really good at what I did. And if you look at anything I've put out over the past 3 years, people love those songs now. People love my poetry. People actually have becoming a fan of this channel, which is, kind of cool. Never thought that was going to happen. Thanks, guys. But, and now I went from being ridiculed to people enjoying when I put stuff out. Because to me, as much as all that negativity would kind of kill me deep down, it's also what kind of drove me. Which is, I've always been a fighter deep down. I think really when the anxiety and the depression kicked in is just because I was tired of fighting. I was tired of having to just be the superhero day in and day out. I was tired of basically not really finding myself and doing what I needed to do to progress in life. And I think that's really what beat me up day in and day out, because I had all these responsibilities, but none of it was anything that I really had any control over. to the extent where a lot of these situations that I got put in that would make me anxious was nothing I caused. And the depression would come because of the anxiety. For example, I would get anxious when it would come down to like needing to do something, whether it be voluntarily. I mean, if it was something I actually had to do, like I would go and do it. But I would get anxious, say, for hanging out with friends. Get anxious. Say I'm just going to stay in for the night. That's, really what it was going to be. And then I'd end up, because I didn't go out, beating myself up at it because I'm wasting my time now doing nothing with my life except laying in bed. And that would get me depressed. And I'd be depressed for days on end. You can ask people, whether it be when I was at work or even just my friends. When I was in a bad spot, man, there was no talking to me. Even to this day, there's probably no talking to me. You can tell me all the advice you want to give me, and I'm kind of stubborn about it. I'm not going to lie. I just feel like people don't really understand what I'm really going through, and I think that's just because of how my mind works, how my mind races, right? And it became a whole thing, man, and it took me realizing to myself that this needed to end. I needed to find a way to take all these thoughts, all these ideas, and at least express myself. And I figured, I make this channel, right? I make these music song things, these tracks, right? I make my poetry again. At least, if no one listened, it would be like me talking to myself. It would be me like kind of bringing the momentum back to myself. And like I said, it's been very therapeutic, guys. Dealing with anxiety and depression, it's not easy. But for all y'all who deal with it, man, it's not the ending. There's always a way, whether it be through therapy, whether it be through medication, right? There's always a way that things will get better and things can get better. You just can't give up. Man, life is your playground. Remember that. And the moment you refuse to play, the moment you got nothing left. You got to take over this playground. You got to stand up. We got to stand together, man. Because together, all of our issues really disappear. I mean, we all need that shoulder to lean on. Lean on me. 80s song, 70s song, whatever. But it's truthful. We all need just people to feel like they understand what we're going through. We need to feel, like that we're not alone. We're not alone in this world. I mean, this is a common thing these days. And I don't know if it's because of how the world works or other things. But so many people suffer from anxiety and depression. And, I think it's time for all of us to just stand together and work together. Because together, man, we can overcome this. Leave your comments below if you guys suffer from it. If you guys know anyone that's dealt with it. And what they've done to get over it. Or what you think we can do to make, just everything better for everyone. Thank you for watching the video, guys. That's all I got to say, man. I've been dealing with anxiety and depression for years. But the fight continues on. Because it's not over until you quit. Remember that. Thank you for watching again. Until next time, see ya.